Hello, people in my classroom. I will be narrating. My name is Lenny Blaskovitz. I am the other guy, and yes, I will be narrating, but no actual recording sitting there because everything is gone from moving, and you can't see my face anymore. But that's okay. But yeah, you'll be hearing me narrating, and then yeah, enjoy, but there will be no acting, unfortunately. So.
Hey, don't forget to tell them about the beeping noise.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know.
So just tell them
Yeah.
to not mind it.
Okay, enjoy the documentary.
During the 1800s, the way of life in the north and south was quite different. The physical appearance of the land, ways of transportation, and economy differed from one another. These differences are what made the society of the places have variety. The north had many geological features. The north had many jagged coasts, which led to the harbours being built for fishing. The weather consisted of freezing winters, a colder winter, humid summers, and a short summer.
God damn it, it's too hot in here, boy!
Oh, hi.
It also had many forests of spruce and fir trees that attached to lakes covering the land. The soil from the flat plains were not good for farming, so the people decided to travel to the forest.
Put the gun down.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box?
Because I envy your normal life.
Put the gun down, David.
It seems that envy is my sin.
Oh, what's in the box?
The soil led to deforestation to make more farms. This is why deforestation happened in the first place, to create more space for farms. The South had a very different geography. The weather consisted of mild winters and humid summers. The land was covered in flat dotted marshes, and these geological features is what led farmers to grow mostly rice and sugarcane, which grow very well in marshes. And the South had many lowlands, so it was quite an easy way of living. There were many ways that the economy in the South differed from the North. The noticeable difference would be that the South was based on agriculture and the North was based on factories and industries. The people who owned these factories were called the industrialists, and the industrialists were people that favored government policies that helped the factories. Many of the machines had the purpose of harvesting crops, including cotton, which made it a part of the North's economy, and changed the factories and industries into the Industrial Revolution during the 1800s. And what is the Industrial Revolution, you might ask? Well, the Industrial Revolution was when many countries after Britain during the late 1700s started in the 1800s. The Industrial Revolution made more people want to go into manufacturing machines, and the South differed from this because they sold tobacco and rice instead of machines. In the South, they also sold many crops like cotton, which became important after the cotton gin, a cotton separating machine. And the cotton gin then led cotton to being a very important source from the economy. And many people in the North viewed cotton as a novelty item that was not really important. But to the Southerners, it was quite important. And the North used many types of transportation, and they used the water to travel around and deliver goods. Because of the North using many water canals, they were built, and steamboats were important to travel. To transport goods, people used horses. Unlike the North, the South used railroads. They used the rivers to move and transport goods. And the society in the South was based on farmers and plantation owners. Plantation owners were obviously at the top of the society in the South because They owned land and they had the most money, and money is power.
Such a waste of talent. He chose money over power. In this town, a mistake nearly everyone makes. Money is the McMansion in Sarasota that starts falling apart after 10 years. Power is the old stone building that stands for centuries.
Farmers and workers were in the middle class as they made enough money to provide for themselves and their families. But at the bottom of the society were African American slaves who were enslaved, and they mostly worked on the farms with a master, so they were at the bottom of society. But the North differed from the society because their society was not based on agriculture, yet it was based on cities with many people, and the population grew with many free slaves, although they had few rights. Most households had a man who worked a job, while the woman worked at home and took care of the children, and the large populations grew and grew, and most of these cities were extremely dirty, which led to diseases being spread, and that is how the societies differed from one another. Overall, this is how the North differed from the South. The two places had very different physical appearances and geological advantages to what their economy sorted out for them. And this is what causes the place to have variety. All of this leading up to what leads to their society. Thank you. My name is Lenny Blaskowitz and I'm extremely depressed. Have a nice day. ASMR.
Nice.